When people think about foods to avoid with heart failure, they usually picture the obvious culprits: fried foods, fast food, processed meats, or alcohol. That's true, but what many don't realize is that there are plenty of foods that seem healthy, even promoted as heart-friendly, that can actually be hidden enemies if you have heart failure. It may sound surprising, but something as simple as a store-bought orange juice, a spinach salad, or a slice of packaged whole wheat bread could put you at risk. Even dark chocolate, which many people consider a natural medicine, can affect your heart if you're not careful. In this video, I'm going to take you through 10 unexpected foods that people with heart failure should avoid or limit. I'll explain why these foods can be risky and give you safer alternatives. Plus, I'll share practical tips to make your meals both heart-friendly and delicious, so you don't feel like you're sacrificing taste. Why healthy foods can be risky. To understand why some seemingly healthy foods can be dangerous, we need to remember a key fact. Heart failure means your heart is no longer pumping blood strongly enough to meet your body's needs. When this happens, any excess, whether sodium, potassium, fluids, sugar, or caffeine, can quickly make matters worse. Sodium leads to fluid retention, which puts extra strain on the heart. Too much potassium can interfere with your heart's electrical rhythm, which is especially risky if you take medications like diuretics. Simple sugars contribute to weight gain and inflammation. Caffeine and other stimulants increase heart rate and blood pressure. Some foods may even interact with medications such as blood thinners or blood pressure drugs. So, while avoiding obvious junk foods is important, it's equally essential to pay attention to other foods that often fly under the radar. Store-bought skim milk. Many people assume skim milk is automatically good for the heart. After all, it's low in fat, right? But some commercial versions have added sodium to compensate for the missing fat and to improve texture. This means that even if you think you're making a healthy choice, you could be adding unnecessary salt to your diet. Tip: always check the nutrition label. If you want low-fat milk, look for natural options without additives or extra sodium. Better yet, consider organic or minimally processed milk, which tends to have fewer hidden ingredients. Cooked spinach and Swiss chard. Leafy greens are celebrated for their nutrients, but for people with heart failure, especially those on certain medications, they can be tricky. Cooked spinach and Swiss chard are high in potassium. While potassium is essential for the body, too much can disrupt the heart's electrical signals and cause arrhythmias. Tip: don't eliminate these greens entirely. Instead, control your portions, rotate your vegetable choices, and discuss your potassium levels with your doctor before making them a regular part of your diet. Pairing them with other lower potassium vegetables is a good way to balance your meals. Packaged whole wheat bread. Whole wheat bread has a reputation for being healthy, but many commercial brands contain more sodium than traditional white bread. Salt is added to enhance flavor, texture, and shelf life. So even though it seems like a good choice, you might be consuming far more sodium than you realize. Tip: choose artisan breads or bake your own at home. This way, you control the ingredients and avoid hidden salt. Homemade bread may take a bit more time, but it's worth it for your heart health. Packaged orange juice. A staple of so-called healthy breakfasts, store-bought orange juice can actually be a hidden enemy. Industrial orange juice often contains high levels of free sugar, which promotes inflammation and weight gain. On top of that, it has a lot of potassium, which can be dangerous for people with heart failure. Tip: eat the whole fruit instead. The fiber in whole oranges slows down sugar absorption, helps stabilize blood glucose, and makes the fruit safer for your heart. You also get the full, fresh flavor of the orange. Commercial tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is a basic ingredient in many kitchens, but most store-bought varieties are sodium bombs. Even those labeled natural can contain up to 400 milligrams of sodium per small serving. Tip: make your own sauce at home with fresh tomatoes, herbs, and spices. You'll get all the flavor without the hidden sodium, and it's much healthier for your heart. Preparing your own sauce also lets you adjust seasoning to your taste, which can make meals more enjoyable. Pickles and other pickled vegetables. Pickles are a common snack, but they're often packed in brine, making them very high in sodium. A single pickle can provide more than 20% of the daily recommended sodium for someone with heart failure. Tip: if you love tangy flavors, try marinating vegetables in vinegar and spices instead of salt. You can enjoy that tangy taste without overloading your heart with sodium. Coconut water. Coconut water is natural, refreshing, and often promoted as a healthy drink. But it's very high in potassium, which can be dangerous if your heart is weak or if you take medications that affect potassium levels. Tip: stick to plain water or caffeine-free herbal teas to stay hydrated safely. If you really enjoy coconut water, consult your doctor to see if a small, controlled amount is acceptable. Dark chocolate in excess. Chocolate is often seen as a healthy treat because of its antioxidants. However, for people with heart failure, too much dark chocolate can be counterproductive. It contains caffeine and theobromine, stimulants that can speed up your heart and trigger palpitations. Tip: enjoy chocolate in moderation and choose low caffeine options. Small amounts can still provide antioxidants without overloading your heart. Green or black tea in excess. Tea is widely considered healthy, but too much can have downsides. Tea contains caffeine and may interfere with medications like warfarin, increasing the risk of bleeding or reducing treatment effectiveness. Tip: limit tea to 1-2 cups per day and check with your doctor if you're taking blood-thinning medications. Herbal teas without caffeine are generally a safer option. Light or sugar-free sodas. Many people with heart failure switch from sugary sodas to light or sugar-free versions, thinking they're healthier. The problem is that many of these drinks contain added sodium as a preservative, which can be risky for your heart. Tip: avoid sodas in all forms. Water, sparkling water, and herbal infusions remain your best choices for hydration. It's not about living in fear of food. The key is awareness. Know what you eat, monitor portions, and consult your doctor before making big dietary changes. Not every heart failure patient has the same needs. Some need to limit sodium more, others potassium, and some must carefully watch medication interactions. Caring for your heart doesn't mean giving up flavors you love. It's about finding safer alternatives. Swap packaged orange juice for whole fruit to slow sugar absorption and maintain stable blood glucose. Make tomato sauce at home to control salt and avoid preservatives. Choose artisan or homemade bread to avoid hidden sodium. Rotate high potassium greens like spinach and chard with other vegetables to balance nutrients safely. You can also enhance flavor without risking your heart by using fresh herbs, spices, or vinegar instead of salt. This not only improves taste, but also helps reduce fluid retention and maintain healthy blood pressure. With these small adjustments, you can continue enjoying your favorite foods without compromising your heart health. Caring for your heart goes beyond avoiding obvious unhealthy foods like fried meals and fast food. Sometimes, the biggest risks come from foods we think are harmless, or even healthy. Which of these foods surprised you the most? Was it coconut water, dark chocolate, or spinach? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience could help someone else make better choices. Remember, moderation is key. You don't need to cut everything out, but understanding how these foods affect your heart allows you to make informed decisions. With the right knowledge and a few smart swaps, you can enjoy a varied, flavorful diet while keeping your heart safe. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to get more tips on nutrition and heart health. Your heart deserves the best care, and every small step counts.